Hi, my name's Lachlan and my project is the Melissa Hive. My project offers a way to make a low-cost, durable bee habitat using paper pulp. Bees are an integral part of our ecosystem, with over 60% of food crops we produce directly pollinated by bees. Over the past 10 years, global populations of bees have plummeted. While interest in urban beekeeping is increasing, bees are still seen as working animals and are often exploited purely for their capacity to make honey. My project tackles the human-bee relationship in a different and more empathetic way. It aims to enable members of the community to create new and non-farmable habitats for bees, to help people realise that our relationship with bees goes beyond just their capacity to create wealth. I developed a beehive that could be made using simple tools and processes in a backyard environment. Rather than being centred around honey extraction, this design reflects the ways in which bees like to live. This is a beehive for bees, not for us. The frame is made from a kit of laser-cut ply and fly screen. Waste paper is blended and mixed with hot water to create a pulp that is placed onto the frame and then sucked into shape with a wet vac. Once dry, the frame is removed, leaving you with a hard, durable shell ready to house bees. A change of perspective is needed, one which places the bees' interests ahead of our own. The Melissa Hive proposes an alternative way of providing bee habitats and future security for bee populations.